Hey, and welcome back to Mountain Beaches. I'm Norm. We have so much to share with you. We've been missing for a few weeks. We've been missing in action. We have been so busy. It's been a hot minute since we've been here, but we have been so busy with projects on the property, and we are under such a time constraint to get things done before the cold weather hits. Things like our heating system, our electricity are the two main ones that we just haven't had time to film. But I'm going to bring you up to date in this video right now. All right, first off, we're here in the shop and it's a mess as usual, but look what I'm looking at. There we are with the brains and the brawn of our solar setup. We have two EG4 18K PV inverters, charge controller inverters. We have, what do we have? 12 EG4 battery, two racks with the EG4 LL batteries. Each one of these is 5 kilowatts. So we have 30 per battery bank for a total of 60 kilowatts. That is a ton of power and a ton of inverter capability. And you might be asking, why in the world do we need so much? And sometimes I ask myself that too. First of all, to be honest, I think we over design for what we need. But then again, we'll have it. So the batteries, I oversized those specifically because in the winter, a lot of time we have cloud cover and we're not going to generate solar. So this will allow us to run for several days without any sun generating additional power. The reason behind getting two inverters, really only need one of these, but off-grid living, the motto, 2 is 1, 1 is none, I took that to heart, and so we went with 2. And this will be way overkill for what we need, but peace of mind. It'll provide us peace of mind, and we will be able to power everything. Very realistically, we will be able to power everything as if we were still on the grid. That's pretty exciting. We've come a long way in getting this put together and installed. These inverters, so heavy. I think they are like, I don't remember, maybe 130 pounds each. So what we had to do to get those installed, they're mounted on the wall, is I had to get my tractor with the forks, and we put a strap around the handles, we lifted them up, and then we set them on the bracket, and we're actually worked really well. I'm to the point of getting the wiring trough hooked up. Let me show you. Kim's off at Home Depot right now getting a couple of more parts that I forgot to pick up when I was there. But this is all ready to go for wire coming up through there. I'm just about ready to mount this onto the wall. So very close. I've got my battery cables all right down in here. I ordered these from Current Connect. Man, they make a good cable. That is, such a good cable. This end doesn't have a lug. Intentionally, these were custom made for me. Intentionally does not have a lug because in connecting to the battery right in here, it's just the wire. I need to strip the wire back, and then this just plugs in there, and then tighten it down. So yeah, pretty darn exciting with where we're at on the, and the wall. You haven't seen the wall, I don't think. We had to build that so that we had a place to mount the inverters. Then down here, you can see all of the solar wire, the PV wire, coming out from in the ground. And this goes all the way out to our solar panels, about 200 feet of run. Originally we were going to do 4 sets. We were going to break the solar array into 4 segments, and the inverters can handle the PV input. It's actually got 3 charge controllers, so we're good with that. Total of 6, and we're going to be using 5 of them. But we pulled the wire, and then we remembered when you're pulling wire, you need to pull a string through there as well, because if in the future you decide you want to add something, you'll never be able to get that extra wire in there. Even though the conduit is capable, you'll never be able to get it through there unless you have something to pull it through. So you're supposed to run a string. We forgot. So we had pulled the wire all the way through, just Kim and I. She's on one end, pushing the wire down into the, right here, into this 3-inch conduit. And I'm on the other end with the rope. So let me back up a little bit. We put this conduit in the ground long before concrete was poured. Once the building was done, we came in here and with a blower, we have a big Milwaukee blower, we went and we blew a string tied to just a shopping bag, like a Home Depot shopping or grocery shopping bag, and we blew that through the pipe, through the conduit, and it came out the other end. Then we tied a rope to the string and we pulled the rope through. So once we had a rope in there, then we were able to tie the rope to this big conglomerate of wire. And well, I took it off, but I had the you can see I had the ground doubled over, and then I taped the end of it and I tied the rope to here. And so Kim was feeding it in one end, I was pulling the rope on the other end, and we got it all through. We realized we had forgot the string, so we had to pull it back, put the string on it, and then pull it back through again. So now we've pulled it twice. The string, here's the string right here. So we have the string there, so if we ever need to pull more wire, the conduit's big enough, we could do it. So exciting, so exciting. The battery bank, 60 kilowatts of battery, and the 2 EG4 18K PV inverters. These things are so sweet, so sweet. PV inputs here. This is for the ground, and this is also ground, and this is for neutral. Then you have, if you're tied to the grid, this would also work for grid tied. We're not, so that won't be used. This is the load coming out, so this will be our power coming out that we then use. We can add a generator, and we're going to do that, and then this will monitor our batteries, and when our batteries get down to a certain percentage that we program into the EG4, then it'll automatically start the generator and recharge our batteries. And then it has 2 battery inputs, the positive and negative. Getting the raceway ready, getting the conduit, getting it all set up. I'm hoping that within a week we have power, maybe even sooner. So let me take you out to back outside and show you a few other things. Oh, while we're in here, look behind me. Look behind me. That is our wood fire boiler, and it's in place. Last we showed you, it was sitting right about where I'm standing, and we needed to lift it up quite a ways. Let me show you on the other side so that we could drop it down over the pipes that we had already installed. So here's the one pipe that is going over in there inside the shop, and that'll be our water utility room. And then this one here is for future use, going out to that post right there is where it stops. That's the reason that post is there. So this unit had to be lifted up so that it could be lowered over the top of this. So we had to get it up. That's well, maybe 5 feet. And I didn't have anything that would lift it. Definitely nothing that would lift it that high. So Chris, our well driller, he happened to just text me a few weeks ago and said, hey, if you ever need help putting that boiler in place, because he's the one that moved it in here for us because it was too heavy for my tractor. Says, I'll bring my skid steer over and we can lift that up and set it in place. And I said, oh, that'd be so awesome. And so we scheduled a time. He came over here on Memorial Day, and we've got it set in place. This is a huge milestone. We don't have it hooked up yet, but just getting it in place, huge milestone for us. Let's come back outside. Oh, just right in here. Look at, you see how green this is? We planted a bunch of grass seed and clover, and it's starting to come up. So that's pretty exciting. It'll keep us from being in the mud all the time. Let's head down here. Pretty exciting. You can see we've got our tractor sitting right here. I need to move that. We've got 2 different sets of friends that are coming to visit us. One will be here in another hour, maybe. And the other one's gonna come, they should be here tomorrow morning. And so we're gonna have friends for a few days. Really looking forward to that. Okay, so here we are at the solar panel. And we've got all of this done. You've seen in a previous video where last fall, we got the panels on. And then this spring, we added the extra panels and kind of adjusted things a bit. So here is all of the PV wire. Well, here you can see where it's all taped up. This is how we pulled it through. Put the rope through that. But here it is. Here's the rope we used. It's coming through here. I've got to get this all set up so that it's going into a combiner box and make it all waterproof and get that all nice. We also planted grass seed out in here. This is looking good. We planted grass seed out in this middle section of the loop, and that's looking good. Pretty excited about that as well. Let me show you a new toy that we just got. Kind of necessary with this kind of property because you get weeds growing everywhere. I call it a toy, but it's really a tool. Technically, it's a tool, but it's fun to operate and fun to work with. It's an attachment for the tractor. It's a rotary mower, and this one is it's from Land Pride, same manufacturer as our Land Plane. This is a 60-inch wide swath. I'm getting ready to hook that up again and get some of these ferns cut down. We've got ferns everywhere. I've already used it once, and it just is fantastic. I want to just spruce up the property a little bit before our friends get here. So yeah, that's what we've got going on. I've got a weed trimmer to kind of get in the areas I can't reach with the rotary mower. So yeah, things are moving here at Eagle Ridge, and we are just so excited, so happy with the progress we're making. But we've not had the time. We've not taken the time to produce videos because it takes so much work. We probably spend on our weekly videos in the past, we'd probably spend 30 to 40 hours a week either videoing or editing, creating thumbnails. It's just so much work, and we just don't have the time to be able to do that and get all our projects done that we need to get done. It just, setting up the camera, moving the camera, thinking about how you're going to tell the story. It's a lot of work. We enjoy it. We love sharing our adventures with you guys. But we just haven't been able to. So for now, that's kind of where we're at. I just wanted to give you a quick update, a short video, and share our excitement. We continue to get comments. Where are you guys? What are you guys doing? Are you okay? I had one this morning that was kind of chewing us out for not doing videos and telling me they're going to unsubscribe because we're not putting out videos. I get it. So we just have to do what works best for us, though. We can't let YouTube dictate what is best for us. We are living by our motto that tomorrow is never promised. We need to get this done. And frankly, we're both 67. We don't work, we're not able to work as long and as hard and as quickly as we used to. And so things take us a lot longer. It just all takes time. But thanks for supporting us. Thanks for your love. Thanks for your concern. And thanks for sticking with us. And we'll see you in the next video.